And we're live on Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance. We're adjusting levels. Don't have the best, we've got a great setup here, plenty of room, but everything's kind of backwards with where I need to be able to control it. Of course, probably could have stood on Max's side, but I'm always used to being on the right, so it kind of messes me up.
That means I control everything over here now.
Oh, so. Lord. If any of you follow me on Facebook and you see he's plenty rested up, he's ready to go, because I tell you one thing, you put Max in a car, Max is like a baby. He doesn't need a car seat, but you put him in a car, he's going out.
It's destined to happen. Pre-game nap.
It's destined to happen, and I'm destined to take a picture of it and post it for you.
I can't fall asleep working the camera, so.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I would rather have you sleep on the way up here than obviously sleep during the game. So, folks, if you're watching our game, which we will tip off or kickoff at 6 p.m. tonight, but we wanted to come on, give you a little bit of Tomahawk Talk, as this football game was originally the opening of Friday Night Lights. Last Friday night, we drove all the way down here. We ate a cheeseburger, and then drove 3 hours back. So great cheeseburger. I can't remember the name of the place. Something on the
LJ's.
creek, by the creek. LJ's by the creek. Anyway, if you're down here for a reason, it's a good place to get a burger. Not worth 6 hours of driving,
No.
but I don't know of any hamburger that is. But great little spot here. But anyway, we get rained out with flooding in the area, and so we end up postponing the game. So now instead of Friday Night Lights, we got Monday Night Football. And the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs here in Goose Creek to face the Gators. Again, that game at 6 p.m. We will kind of start our pregame show around 5:30. We don't have as much of a set time because we are only on our Facebook and YouTube channels for this Tomahawk Talk, and then the pregame show, as WRNN has contractual things that they can't get out of. But at 6 p.m., we will join them live and go with the kickoff of the 2025 season. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let you listen to Christy Sexton with Beach Benefits Insurance. Then we're going to come back. We're going to catch you up on Chiefs athletics that have already started and what we can look forward to this weekend. And then we have a Walking with Wayne segment with volleyball standout junior Lily Loswick. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance. Well, folks, we'll keep working bugs out here and see if we can get things worked out. See, I should leave it alone.
Yes, it's my job over here.
See if we can get things worked out. Not sure what happened with my advertisement there. Worked fine yesterday, or actually last night when I was testing everything, getting them in order. But we will work on Beach Benefits Insurance. But Beach Benefits Insurance, go by and see them for all of your insurance needs. And thanks to Christy Sexton and her entire staff as they step forward and last year and then continued this year, wanting to not only be a member with our football advertising and what we do with those broadcasts, but then all year long with these Tomahawk Talk broadcasts and broadcasts that we do of other sporting events. I'm going to let you kind of take it away, talk some. I made notes. You probably don't need them because you know what happened, but take away and talk about what happened in Chiefs athletics this past week.
So this past weekend, we started off Friday with the volleyball tournament, the Battle at the Beach. Chiefs had rounders, pool play, I guess you could call it. Went 3-0 Friday night and Saturday morning, and then won every game they played in the bracket, so a 5-0 overall record, and they took it down. Clara Cloninger was named tournament MVP, and Lily Loswick was named to the all-tournament team. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you got to get my abbreviations there. But a good start for the defending state champion Lady Chiefs. Of course, lost quite a bit last year. 2 players going to 2 big Division I programs. But the Lady Chiefs young this year. Clara Cloninger will be leading the way. She is signed with East Carolina. And then, of course, Lily Loswick. Mother's the head coach. Her father's the head coach over at Coastal Carolina. Her sister is a freshman over at Coastal Carolina. So a volleyball family, and we will talk more to Lily. I really enjoyed doing that interview with her yesterday as I got to know more about Lily Loswick. So talk to us about some swimming and golf.
So swimming, we're gonna look at the girls' side first as they took down their side. Soxie was a close second place, but had a couple of good swimmers and a very good upside this season. Sadie Averett, Sydney Carroll is the captain for that team. Looking at Robin and Raven Walsh, a bunch of great swimmers on the girls' side as they win their first.
Robin Walsh, is there any sport that she doesn't play?
Don't think so. Probably put on the football field and she'll do something.
The whole time they're practicing, she's out running circles around it with everything she does in track and cross country.
And on the boys' side, we're looking at a second place finish, losing to Sockasty, but very close and very competitive. Jerry is the captain on the boys' side, and very much upside on that. They didn't lose too many. I know Ian is also on that team as well, so not losing much talent in swimming as far as that goes, and a very well placement in the first.
Yep, and that swim meet was the only home meet for the Chiefs this year, as they Chiefs and Lady Chiefs, as they were at the North Myrtle Beach Aquatic and Fitness Center. Speaking of local, I jumped the gun because I was getting ready to jump ahead to the schedule. We've still got to talk about the girls golf team at the Ainer Invitational.
Yeah, the girls golf team played the Ainer Invitational. Girls golf is in the fall and boys golf is in the spring, a little spread out. But they played over at the Ainer Invitational, and Michaela Owen, one of the standout golfers, one of the only seniors on the team, placed 5th overall out of everybody and was named to the all-tournament team. So it's a well done, and congratulations to Michaela Owen to open up the season strongly.
Yep, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to roll right into, just because we aren't sure exactly how time's going to go here, as we obviously have to get in our pregame for football. And so we're going to go ahead and roll right into the upcoming schedule. We'll talk about today. Right now, the girls tennis team, they're at Loris. They started that match at 5 p.m. At 6 p.m., the same time we kick off here with football here in Goose Creek. The boys volleyball team, they're going to be hosting West Florence, the West Florence Knights, there inside the reservation. On Tuesday, girls golf team continues, and they're hosting a match between Myrtle Beach, Conway, and the Chiefs. That will be at Eagle Nest at 4 p.m., the home course for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. And then girls tennis, they're going to turn right around back-to-back nights. They are, again, at Loris tonight. Then they're going to travel just a little bit further past Loris and play at Green Sea Floyd. That match is at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Wednesday, volleyball is back in action with all 3 teams, JV1, JV2, and the varsity. They will all 3 be at Ainer. Those matches start at 5:30 p.m. The boys volleyball team will be back at home. We said they're opening up tonight against West Florence. They will play South Florence on Wednesday. That match starting at 6 p.m. And then the B-team football team, they've got a scrimmage at 6 p.m. at Sockasty on Wednesday. Thursday, more girls golf action. More girls golf action at Eagle Nest as the Lady Chiefs host Sockasty and Waccamaw. 4 p.m. start there. And JV football will kick off the 2025 season. They're going to travel to Darlington. That game starting at 6:30 p.m. Then on Friday, 4 days rest. Actually, I guess really 3 days rest.
They're not resting
as we are playing 4 days later. The football team will return to action. First home game at the Hank of the 2025 season as the Chiefs will host the Falcons of Darlington. That kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. We will be live right here on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and Hot Talk 99.5 WRNN at 6:30 p.m. with the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff on the Chief Sports Network, presented for football by Charlie Stewart State Farm. Then on Saturday, the swim teams, both boys and girls, will return to action. They're going to be up in Myrtle Beach at Pepper Gettings in a event at 9 a.m. Several teams around the area will be competing there. Now's where we hit a drum roll, because there's no easy transition for me, so you're going to see me struggling to find as the sun's shining directly at us, but we are going to try and find the Walking with Wayne interview. Walking with Wayne, presented by our friends at Revolution Mortgage. This is with Lily Loswick of the Lady Chiefs volleyball team. Welcome to Walking with Wayne, presented by Revolution Mortgage. And Walking with Wayne today on Main Street in North Myrtle Beach is Lily Loswick, defending state champion with North Myrtle Beach High School, and just started off your season this year at 5-0, winning the Battle of the Beach. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So got to say up front, thank you to Lily. Lily was kind of volunteered by her mother to jump in here last minute as we were trying to put this together, play with the schedule around football changing from Friday to Monday. But so Lily, you've been with the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, with the varsity volleyball team since your freshman year.
Yes, sir.
And so first 2 years kind of struggled along. Well, not struggled along. You had great seasons. You just lost in the state championship
Yes.
match. And then, so talk a little bit about last year, just kind of a little bit of redemption, getting over that last hump.
Oh, yeah, it was so much fun. We were all so determined. We knew going into that season that, like, that was going to be, like, our year. We were done being second place. It was time for us to go all the way, so.
Well, so you win that state championship. Now you're coming back for your junior year. Of course, lose a couple of key players. Your sister goes on to play over at Coastal. We lose Olivia down to Georgia. So a couple of your key players gone, but then you come out, and obviously, y'all got a lot of work to do, but you come out and you go 5-0 in your home tournament against some tough competition.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun this weekend. It was our first time playing against some real good teams with these new players and seeing what rotations are going to work out. But it was a lot of fun trying new things, putting in new people. I think we're going to have a good season.
Okay, so let's get away from volleyball a little bit. It's kind of tough to get away from volleyball because you're kind of a volleyball family. You've got your mom's the head coach, your dad's the head coach over at Coastal Carolina. Of course, we've talked about your sister. She playing over now at Coastal.
Yes, sir.
But let's get away from volleyball, and we're going to turn around. We're just going to, I don't want to walk too far down and get closer to some traffic. But let's talk a little bit about Lily Loswick outside of volleyball. What do you like to do outside of volleyball?
Volleyball takes up a lot of time.
Let's get ready to say, or is there any time outside of volleyball?
Yes, sir. I love to read. Reading's a big thing for me, and I do try to focus on my schoolwork now that school's started back up, but it's just a lot of volleyball pretty much.
Well, at least with volleyball, there's travel in there, so you do get your first
sure.
love when you're traveling. You can read. So
I love to travel.
So talk a little bit about just playing with your sister and playing with your mom as a coach, and then your dad being a coach. I mean, was this obviously you have to love volleyball to be playing it, but did you feel like you were kind of forced in at some point?
No, me and my sister were actually never forced in. My parents always made it a big deal to not force us into a sport that we didn't love to play and didn't want to play. So they always gave us lots of options when we were little, but me and my sister both just love volleyball so much. We just chose it immediately.
Well, and that's and obviously, so you're an outside hitter, and I know this year I've only was able to make it to one match this weekend, but I've seen you hit for a couple of years now, but now seeing you kind of step up in that role with Olivia graduating. And so you're smart enough to stop. I was going to go and walk right past those speakers, which we're going to do that anyway, but we'll just keep walking. And so with Olivia gone, you kind of really stepped up, and I noticed that in the one match that I saw, just taking a lot more of that leadership role.
Yes, sir. It's obviously huge shoes to fill. Like, she's been our starting outside since like her 8th grade year, but we have a lot of good pieces that I think we're going to put together. And last season she was injured for part of the season, so we've been able to see like what we can do without her. But obviously it's a big role to fill, but we're going to hope it goes good. Excited for the season.
Well, so I guess just more looking at, maybe let's look a little bit at your future, talking about the future of volleyball. Have you given, obviously, again, just a junior, and I have to realize that sometimes when I'm asking these questions, but what have you looked at from, future standpoint, college? Have you started looking that far ahead?
Yeah, I'm talking to a couple schools to hopefully go play in college somewhere. So yeah, fingers crossed.
All right. So I got to go back to what do you do outside? Because there's got to be some time, like you get some beach time in there with friends. Something has to. Oh, you got to have some time.
I love going to the beach.
Even if it's just to play volleyball.
Yes, love beach volleyball too. It's my favorite.
So, and your dad actually started, I guess, when he was at Coastal. He actually started out as the beach volleyball coach. And
yes, sir. He was the beach head coach for 5 or 6 years before he made the transfer to indoor a couple years ago.
Yep, been pretty successful over there. I love to go and watch his teams play. So as you go through the season, I was looking at the schedule, and again, I think your mom's put together a pretty tough schedule. You kind of mix in maybe not easier opponents, because you kind of hate to say anybody's an easy opponent, but y'all got some big tournaments to really test you and prepare you for playoff time.
Yes, we do for sure. We have a bunch of good tournaments this year where we'll be able to face some really good competition, which I think will get us ready for when playoff season comes a little closer.
Yeah, and of course that's it's not until later at the end of October, and here we are just after the first week of school. So just talk about that, I guess, too. It's just not only is volleyball, of course, you've been practicing, but volleyball gets ramped up, and then coming into to a new school season or year all at the same time. So, just of course you're acclimated, you're a junior, but again, just starting a new class or starting a new course of classes.
Yeah, it gets pretty hectic. You go straight from taking some hard classes, taking some AP and PACE classes, and then like being in school all day to then turn around and go straight to practice, and then game days get pretty crazy too, but it's busy, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. So I've always seen kids that are outside of athletics. I've always you got to find some time to fill those spaces, keep yourself out of trouble, but you don't have time to get in trouble. No, so we're gonna cut this off now, or cut this interview off, and again, we're here on Main Street, North Myrtle Beach. I asked where we wanted to meet, and her mom said Melt. So Melt's not a sponsor of ours, but I live right up the street, and Melt's a frequent place. So anybody in North Myrtle Beach say, you want to meet at Melt, obviously you're going to meet at Melt. So thank you again to Lily Loswick. Thank you for joining us here on Walking with Wayne, presented by Revolution Mortgage. Revolution Mortgage is here to simplify the mortgage process. From application to closing, Revolution Mortgage makes the loan process easy and straightforward for their clients. In North Myrtle Beach, contact Senior Loan Officer Brad Elliott for your best loan options, whether you are looking to purchase a home or refinance your current loan. Revolution Mortgage is here to help lead you through the process. Give Brad a call today at 336-358-7275.
Hey there, this is Trey White with Remax Southern Shores. As a proud Chief alumni, I know the value of hard work and dedication, and I bring that same energy to real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, selling to upgrade, or looking for an investment property, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. My goal is to make your real estate experience smooth, successful, and stress-free. Don't wait on your dreams. Give me a call at 843-421-7544. Your perfect home is just a call away.
The 2025 season is finally here, and we are fired up for kickoff here on the Chiefs Sports Network. As we start our 19th year broadcasting North Myrtle Beach High School Chiefs football, the excitement that the opening of a new season brings never changes. Whether it's Friday Night Lights or Monday Night Football, we at the Chiefs Sports Network are here to cover all of the action. Tonight, our Chiefs have traveled down the South Carolina coast to Goose Creek for the second time in 3 days and will face the homestanding Gators. This game was originally scheduled for Friday night, but heavy rains and flooding in the area forced postponement of the game after we had all driven 3 hours. Last season, Goose Creek got the best of North Myrtle Beach in a season-opening game at the Hank. But what a difference a year makes for both teams. The Chiefs lost 26 seniors, 18 of whom were starters, and lost a whopping 93% of their total offense with those players moving on. Goose Creek lost even more than that, but the Gators did so due to players transferring en masse from the Lowcountry school. The Gators will start nobody that even played a snap in the opener last season and starts just one senior on offense and 2 on defense. So both teams enter this game with questions that the opposing coaches can't wait to answer. For North Myrtle Beach head coach Greg Hill, who starts his 4th season as the top man for the Chiefs, he will enter the 2025 season with a new offensive coordinator that brings a big name along the Grand Strand, new offensive and defensive schemes, and obviously a lot of new faces behind those Chiefs helmets. We will get more into the names of those faces and dig into all of the changes of the offense and defense as we move closer to game time. As I said earlier, we are excited for the start of this game and know that both sidelines will have more than a few butterflies that will get knocked off quickly as soon as the helmets crack in less than 30 minutes. When the pregame clock hits 0, we are here to call all of the action. I am Wayne White, the play-by-play voice of the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, and I will be joined by my broadcast partners Jude Hunt and Max Smith as we bring you tonight's season opener right here on WRNN 99.5 FM and online with live streaming video on the NMB Chiefs Facebook page, as well as the Chiefs Sports Network's YouTube channel. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back here in Goose Creek, South Carolina, as we continue the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff on the Chiefs Sports Network. Folks, talking about flying by the seat of your pants here on the Chief Sports Network. Coming in, flying in hot is Jude Hunt, as he had
hot in more ways than one.
had an appointment this afternoon, so he had to drive down separately. He didn't get to watch Max sleep on the way down. Might as well be driving by yourself when you got Max with you, Jude. But and folks, if you're watching, we've got I sat and scheduled all this out, and I've got different cameras. But what I'm finding out is that the cameras, when they go from one to the other, as far as like our scenes go, that's the way it's set up in here. It kind of freezes on us. That's why you see me. It looks like I'm a fool just staring at a camera real close, and we have to get it reset. So you are watching the Chief Sports Network, presented by Charlie Stewart State Farm, and we are in the James Plumbing countdown to kickoff here on our pregame show. Now, normally during this time, the reason you're listening to the ramblings of Wayne, Jude, and Max is that WRNN, our sister radio station who runs all of our ads, they will not be able to join us until 6 p.m. So at that point, then we'll have all of our ads running. But right now we're supposed to be in a commercial break, and I am going to let you know the sponsors of this during this commercial break. We will catch up with these ads. It's probably going to take us a couple of games, but we'll catch up eventually. James Plumbing, the sponsor of our countdown to kickoff. Charlie Stewart State Farm, the presenting sponsor of the network. HTC, Ori Telephone. Dews, which we will hear from them shortly with the Dews Leadership Award. Atlantic Collision, Trey White of Remax Southern Shores, and First Choice Auto Sales. We are in the first part of the press box here, and evidently it's the one that everybody wants to operate, and it's the one that nobody wants to shut doors in. They either want to leave them open or slam them.
You know what? I'm not arguing too much with the door opening because it feels pretty daggone good.
Yeah, when the door's open, we actually get some wind blowing through here. So those are our some of our sponsors, of which you would be hearing their commercials during this first break. Now, if you've been watching with us since 5 p.m., we did a brief Tomahawk Talk. I know that getting some feedback that our video on Facebook for some reason is very pixelated and just not very good. But Facebook seems to be okay. I'm sorry, Facebook not so well. YouTube is doing well. So not really sure what we can do because we send it out to both places at the same time. So I'm not sure why one versus the other is any better or worse. But anyway, if you were watching during our Tomahawk Talk, which is presented by Beach Benefits Insurance, we went through and gave you the update of this past week. During our normal pregame show, this is when we would give you that. So, Max Smith, you did it once. Do it again, big boy.
Do it again. All right, so we started on Friday with volleyball. Friday night and Saturday morning they had pool play. They went 3-0. And then they went to bracket Saturday night, and they picked up where they left off and didn't lose a game, ended up beating Hoggard in the championship. So they ended up winning 5-0. They went undefeated, won the Battle of the Beach. Clara Cloninger was named MVP, and Lily Loswick was named to the all-tournament team. So it's a great start for the volleyball team this year. We'll move on to swimming. They had a meet Saturday morning. Girls won. They took it home. Didn't lose much talent last year. Sydney Carroll, the captain of that team, a bunch of great additions. Sadie Averett, Robin and Raven Walsh, all did their part. And the boys placed second, losing to Sockasty. Again, not losing much talent. The captain's Jerry, Ian alongside him, as well as a senior. So great start to the swim season as well. And then we're going to move on to golf. The golf team participated in the Ainer Invitational. Michaela Owen finished 5th overall and was also named to the all-tournament team. So it's a great, I believe she's our only senior this year. So we're looking to do a lot of growth on the golf team as well. But a great opening weekend for the Chiefs, and we'll look forward to continuing the success here tonight along through this week as we have a very busy week.
Yeah, Michaela was walking with Wayne last week. So one that did not get injured, Max. as I was early on.
Plays
I was
golf, Wayne.
yeah, but you can pull something or hit a tree and the ball bounce back and hit you,
I
or
got you. Yeah,
throw a club and it.
I don't think Michaela hits the trees too much. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about my game.
Yeah.
The throwing the clubs and the hitting everything except for grass.
I do a lot of that myself.
So, but that is a look at this past week in Chiefs athletics. Again, normally we would go to a commercial break. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about those advertisers and list those briefly. HD audio and video, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, Myrtle Beach Construction, the Scott Ellis and Ty Bellamy team at Remax Southern Shores, Boardwalk Billy's, Century 21 Thomas, and Elliott Realty. Elliott Realty, the presenting sponsor of our Facebook and YouTube videos, and if we're still buffering, it's not their fault. I guess it's mine. I guess you can only point the finger at me. I've got the fan running on the hot spot. It's not very hot. Quit pointing your finger now. Thank you. And anyway, not sure what is going on other than the sun is directly into this press box. It feels like it's about 120 degrees, and I'm not sure. I'm sure my computer doesn't like this heat very much as well. We're going to take time now to take a look at the Dues Leadership Award winner, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Leadership Award presented by Dues. As we continue the James Plumbing countdown to kickoff, it is time to take a look at this week's winner of the Dues North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Leadership Award. This week's recipient of the Dues Chiefs Leadership Award is McKenna Daly, an exceptional student and athlete at North Myrtle Beach High School. McKenna is known throughout the school building as a natural leader whose dedication and positive attitude inspire those around her. She currently serves as student body president and president of the National English Honor Society. An outstanding student, McKenna is enrolled in all honors and dual enrollment courses, consistently earning top grades. She also excels on the athletic field as a valued member of the Lady Chiefs lacrosse team, where she not only leads by example, but also supports and mentors younger athletes. Teachers describe McKenna as one of the most diligent students they have ever taught, praising her for her work ethic, kindness, and willingness to help others. Whether she is organizing student council events, cheering on classmates, or brightening the halls with her creative costumes, McKenna's presence is felt in every corner of the school. I quote one of the faculty members that says, "If something is happening at NMBHS, McKenna is probably involved. I can't think of a better student to receive this award." Congratulations to McKenna Daly, this week's winner of the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Leadership Award, sponsored by Dues. We would like to thank Teresa Dew and Lindley Dew for their continued sponsorship of this award that recognizes a student at North Myrtle Beach High School that excels in all areas. The students that win this award are nominated and voted on by a group of teachers at NMB. Dues is a longtime supporter of the Chiefs and the entire community. Family owned and operated, Dues is located at 2203 Highway 17 South in North Myrtle Beach. Visit them for all of your appliance and HVAC needs, including sales and service. Visit them online at dueshazit.com. Fans, don't go away. We will be back with more as we continue on the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff right here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back as we continue the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff. In this commercial break, that we're not taking because, again, if you're just joining us, WRNN, and hopefully at least the volume's coming through. I don't maybe we can attribute it to the computer being hot. I can't move it. We've got too many cords attached to it, and can't shove it under the desk like we did the hot spot, which we normally have problems with if it gets too hot. But during this commercial break, we would be thanking and recognizing as sponsors Ori Telephone Corporation, HTC, Charlie Stewart State Farm, our presenting sponsor, Dues. Again, thank you to Teresa and Lindley Dew as they have sponsored the NMB Chiefs Leadership Award for years. Senator Greg Hembry, Atlantic Collision, and the North Myrtle Beach Aquatic and Fitness Center. I still say it's awesome, even though Miss Awesome retired,
Awesome.
but it's awesome. But right now we're going to take a look at the Flynn's Irish Tavern coaches interview, as well as the Sunbelt Rentals Chief of the Week. Welcome back to the Kevin Barbaro Construction broadcast booth, where we welcome in head coach Greg Hill for this week's Flynn's Irish Tavern coaches interview. Coach, a little bit of a strange situation here. We've changed from Friday night lights to Monday night football, and I guess if there's any positive, we all knew where the stadium was because we made it. At least y'all made it almost all the way on Friday. We made it all the way, so get to do it all over again.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I mean, I think we got down there. I think we were about 30 minutes away when we ended up got the phone call to have to call the game, and we had to come back, get logistics ready for Monday, and it'd be a really weird week for us because we got go down there Monday, JV game at Darlington Thursday, then a home game Friday. So prep week this week's definitely going to change a lot for us. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, and one of the things that you don't want as a coach, I know all coaches are routine-based, so don't mess with the routine, and this obviously throws everybody's routine off from coaching staff to trainers to your athletic directors. And the same thing for Goose Creek. The only thing is they don't have to travel 3 hours one way.
Yeah, absolutely. And thankfully we have a couple of days before we have to make that trek back down that way. So that has been a good thing. We didn't have to turn around and go back Saturday. So it is what it is. We got to adjust to it.
Yep. Well, let's get into talking about this game. This is my 19th season broadcasting NMB Chiefs football. It's your 38th season opener, and all of this may have just added to the anticipation, but I was just going to say, the anticipation of the start of a season really doesn't change that much. Here it might be amped up a little bit because you had to wait a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, anything that, like you said, gets out of a routine. I mean, the kids are chomping at the bit, coaches are chomping at the bit. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. You get excited. It's a new team. It's a new season. It's a new year. And, everybody's ready to go. And then, you get a little wrench thrown in there. You got to kind of reboot and get ready to go. But, it's always an exciting time, and we'll be excited. We'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Well, entering this season with the loss of 26 seniors from last year, 18 of those being starters, do you and your coaching staff enter this season kind of with the same questions maybe I do, and then the everyday fan out there?
Yeah, I mean, with those 26, we lost leadership as well, and there's some guys we've got to find this year, and we've got a couple of guys, just two off the top of my head, Bryce Gore and Mike Cavallini doing a great job for us. They've got to accept bigger roles this year than what they've had in the past. And you got some big shoes to fill in certain spots, but it's kind of it's high school football. I mean, you've got to find a way to plug and play, and right now we think we're probably going to have a few more guys than what we've had in the past having to play on both sides of the ball, and it's probably going to be a good thing for us. But I look forward to seeing the kids tomorrow night and see how they respond.
Well, taking a look first on the offensive side of the ball, got a new name over there, Jody Jenrette. Of course, he's brings a lot of experience. He's a bigger name in the coaching area around here, longtime coach at Aner and then West Florence. But so he brings a lot of experience to the staff, but he also brings a new wrinkle into that offensive scheme.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one good thing with Joe, you know, when we talked about, you know, hiring him and interviewing stuff, you know, I told him, you know, I needed an offensive coordinator. I didn't need a system guy, and because it's high school, and I feel like he can, you know, I think he can adapt and adjust to anything. He's done a real good job of seeing what we've got coming back, and he's kind of tailored that around our strengths. And you know, as the season progresses, I'm sure it's going to, you know, the offense will morph a little bit into other things as well as the kids pick up and do well. So, you know, I'm excited. I mean, he's definitely bringing a little toughness to him. That's for sure. He's on him.
Oh yeah.
But he's a good addition to our staff, very much so.
We've been talking about name changes and big name change, and also obviously in the way he plays. Will McNeely will be starting at quarterback and started on the defensive side of the ball last year, defensive lineman. So not very often you see a lineman jump over and become your quarterback.
No, it's not. But it's, you know, it's not very often you see a guy 6'1" or 6'2", almost 230 pounds that can run and do the things he can do. He's very athletic, extremely athletic. And we'll tailor a lot of the offense around, you know, him. We've got some young quarterbacks that are behind him that are learning, and obviously there'll be some packages for those guys as well. If we have any issues with Will, with injury or anything like that. So, you know, it's like I said, this offense is going to change. It's going to evolve as we go, but Will's definitely a huge part of it.
Well, talking about changes, Coach Matt Dow, the defensive coordinator on the other side of the ball, we're seeing a change from the 4-3 to the 3-4 defense, and a couple of names that you already mentioned, but maybe go into a little bit more of them in a playing way would be Bryce Gore and Mike Cavallini, two big leaders over on that side of the ball for you.
Yeah, we felt like we needed, you know, we had long discussions in the off season in the winter about what we were going to be doing with the kids we had coming back. And we felt like we had way more skill type, linebacker type, safety type kids, and not as much as our big guys up front. So we felt like going to a 3-4 was going to be in our favor overall. We got, you know, Bryce's playing that Rover is outside linebacker and Mike's inside linebacker. We thought that front box is good. We'll be a little inexperienced on the back end with our two safeties, but I feel real good. Our corners playing extremely well. They got time last year, but you know, especially watching them over the scrimmages, I feel like there's some good things that we're doing defensively.
Well, thank you, Coach. That's going to be it for our Flynn's Irish Tavern coaches interview. Folks, if you want some of the best Irish fare with a wide variety of other tasty treats on the menu, go on over to Flynn's Irish Tavern. They're located at 421 Main Street in North Myrtle Beach. Be sure to tell them that the Chief Sports Network sent you. And, Coach, I'm not going to put you on the spot here because I'm just going to go ahead. Obviously, since we're playing this on Monday when we were talking Friday, I already know the winner of the Chief of the Week. So we're going to give congratulations to Blaine Lentz, this week's winner of the Sunbelt Rentals Chief of the Week. Sunbelt Rentals, located at 1342 Highway 90, is your place to visit for rentals of lifts, lighting, generators, heavy machine equipment, and much, much more. Visit sunbeltrentals.com for a full list of available equipment, or better yet, go by and visit them in person or give them a call at 843-491-7090. Let Tom Kingston and all of the fine folks over at Sunbelt Rentals know that the Chief Sports Network sent you. Fans, don't go anywhere as we are minutes away from the Brogdon Electric power kickoff of this season opening game as your North Myrtle Beach Chiefs are on the road at Goose Creek facing the Gators here on the Chief Sports Network, presented by Charlie Stewart State Farm. You like how I potted us up and I was
that.
still talking, but my lips weren't moving?
Yeah.
That little ventriloquism act, I like it. Now we would be taking a commercial break, coming in a little hot. In this commercial break, we would be listening to Car City, Myrtle Beach Construction, Atlantic Collision, Charlie Stewart State Farm, our friends over at Creative Consultants, and Century 21 Thomas. Again, abnormal because we've got a 6 p.m. game, our pregame show, the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff, which is what you're watching now. Usually runs an hour, and we would be filling in with commercials, and it would be running a heck of a lot smoother. But unfortunately, WRNN, no fault of their own, but they have contractual obligations that they have to follow, so they will be joining us at 6 p.m. Eric Grez, he's back in the studio as our board op for tonight. In fact, we've already connected with him. We will just wait until 6 p.m. when we can join, which will be right around kickoff here between our North Myrtle Beach Chiefs and the Gators of Goose Creek. We're going to move on in our pregame show, and we're going to take a look at the Rockefeller's Roll Bar starting lineup. Actually hit the right one there, Jude. How you like that? I'll take the offense. You take the defense. Okay. Taking a look at the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs offense, we're going to go across the line. Center. All of these spots are new. Well, I take that back. 4 of the 5. Thomas Moss will be returning. He is at right tackle. Right guard is Luke Porter. Center, Nigel Vereen. And then over on his left side, Mike Jazierski at left tackle, Tanner Morrison at left guard. The quarterback, not a usual position change that you will see from defensive line to quarterback. Will McNeely, 6'2", 225, got some speed. Will be very interesting watching him.
I'm just laughing at his stats from last year. Not too many times you see the quarterback listed as stats as tackles, tackle for loss, and sacks.
Yeah, he had 3 carries for 10 yards offensive and 25 tackles and 8 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. So that kind of shows you where his game was. Running backs starting will be Jaden Wilson. He'll be followed behind with Lamonte Smith, Jonathan Evans. Your H-back is Asa Parker. And then the wide receivers, Rio Stevenson, Parker Stevenson, and freshman Mason Walker. I'll go ahead and get the special teams as well. Kicker, place kicker, punter is sophomore Nico Miller. The holder on extra point and field goal attempts will be Matthew Sadler, and the long snapper, Braden Gaddis. And now for the Rockefeller's Roll Bar defensive starting lineup, Jude Hunt.
All right, so starting off on our defensive line at nose tackle, we're going to have Dalen Bennett, senior, 6 foot 245. Defensive ends on both ends. We got Dustin Clement on the left-hand side, and Keith Allison will be bringing up the right. Dustin is a junior where Keith is a senior. Looking for big games for them tonight. At linebacker, starting in the Mike linebacker position, we got Mike Cavallini, senior, 5'10", 175. One of our big players from last year. Also in the wheel linebacker, we'll have Jonathan Evans returning as junior at the wheel linebacker. Outside linebackers on the left-hand side, we got Jimmy McCullough, junior, 5'10", 195, looking for a big start to the season tonight. And outside linebacker, Kingston Page, sophomore, on the other side. In the defensive backfield, will be led on the corners by Jason Grace, and a senior, and Nairee Hanna, also a senior, will be on the corners tonight for the Chiefs. At free safety, we'll have Jason Bellamy at junior, and listed as strong safety, playing more of a versatile attack role on defense, will be Brycey Gore, senior. Looking for a different style of play for him tonight, and let's see how that goes.
Well, big changes on both sides of the ball for the Chiefs. Just 3 returning starters, all of them on the defensive side of the ball. And, you can pot that down. All on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, 11 new starters for the Chiefs. Well, I take that back. At least we had near the end of the season, Thomas Moss had moved in there and earned that starting position along the line for the Chiefs. we are going to take a look now at the area scoreboard. I think this has been updated about 10 times over the past week, but you'll see where tonight we are not the only game in town, or at least close to town. Of course, North Myrtle Beach, that's us. We're here at Goose Creek. Socastee also in the area, as they were scheduled to play Wando on Friday night, and they too have moved to Monday Night Football, as they will be playing in the Low Country area as well. On Friday night in Region 6 5A action, Myrtle Beach defeated Lake City 43-18. Wilson defeated Conway 13-9. That game was at Conway. Carolina Forest St. James did not play in what is still called Week 0.
Week 0. So they just said we're just waiting until week 1.
Yeah, they're just gonna play 10 games straight Ironman football. We get a break after the non-region schedule, so after the first 5 games, we will have a week off before we start region play. Other Horry County games played on Friday night. Aiken defeated Aner 27-7, and Loris defeated Green Sea Floyds 56-7. And I tell you, we're going to see Loris in a couple of weeks, and they're tough. Moon Gerald is the man.
Oh, yeah, they're playing tough. Somebody asked me the other day who I picked, and they were going to give me 51 points for Green Sea. I took Loris anyway. And
but they won 56-7.
I lost by 1 point.
Well, their starters weren't even in about midway through the second quarter. They could have hung 100 easy, but that does not speak illy of Green Sea Floyds. They are a 1A school playing one of the better 3A school teams in the state this year in the Loris Lions. Future North Myrtle Beach opponents. This coming Friday, we will play Darlington. Darlington will come in 1-0 as they defeated Lamar 23-13. West Brunswick defeated South Brunswick 34-14. Loris, we just said, they defeated Green Sea Floyds. And then Marlborough County defeated Lake Marion 56-6. So all of the non-region opponents are all 1-0 after week 1 that are on the Chiefs schedule. We're going to come out of this, and it should bring us back up. And it works. So I've been texting with Eric Grez back at WRNN. We're all connected. He'll just give us the okay. Normally we can test that. We haven't been able to test that audio, so we're good there. So once he tells us to come, we just pod up the station, and we'll just cross fingers that everything magically works. After we finish the Rockefeller's Raw Bar starting lineups and our R.W. Woods Grill area scoreboard, we would normally take a commercial break. And this is where you would be hearing about First Choice Auto Sales. Big Tim Williams. We're going to hopefully see a lot of more about that tonight. Hopefully we'll see a lot of Tim Williams and First Choice Auto Sales as they sponsor the First Choice Auto Sales touchdown. Century 21 Thomas, James Plumbing, the presenting sponsor of our Countdown to Kickoff show, which is what you're watching now. Beach Benefits Insurance. They are the presenting sponsor of our Tomahawk Talk. Martin's Heat and Air, and a new one this year, North Myrtle Beach Bingo.
Yeah.
And we will also have a North Myrtle Beach Bingo hit of the game. So that will give us the opportunity to yell out some bingos when the Chiefs bingo a player. I was going to say an offensive player, but it could be on special teams.
Could be on anything.
It could be an offense if we by chance have a turnover and they have to make a hit. We don't want to have those. Of course, it could be on a block. It could be on anything.
Could be on anything.
It's a hit of the game. So we will let you know how that's going. Okay, Jude, I just got to say it. I know I had the choice of which side of the press box to pick. We picked this one just because their cameras are set up right over the other one. So we needed our camera set up close.
Yes.
So we set up on this side, which the athletic director had sent me an email, and he said, you're going to be in the third press box. Well, there's 3. Yeah. So according to which one is number 1, the other one's 3. Yeah. So I took a guess, wrong guess, and so we are on the ones that everybody walks through.
I'm seeing that.
But then when you were talking and doing the starting lineups, did you notice who stood here with the door open yelling at the guys in there?
Yes,
that would have been the AD.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. Well, the opening is playing now. Let's switch over. We're just going to turn this up and see if we can hear the station. And we are joined now by our listening audience on WRNN. We are in the James Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff. Normally we run this for an hour, but they changed game times. They also changed days as we were scheduled to play here at Goose Creek Friday night at 7:30 p.m. because of all the rain and flooding in the area. We were moved. Well, I guess these teams have jumped out and they're ready to play.
Kick off.
But we,
the band is on the field.
We are going to get off of our pregame show. If you are watching online on our North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Facebook page, as well as the Chief Sports Network's YouTube channel, we are here in Goose Creek, South Carolina, where the Chiefs are hosting the Gators and I'm sorry, not hosting the Gators. The Gators are hosting the Chiefs, and the Chiefs will be kicking off, going right to left. Not sure who won the Monkeys of Myrtle Beach coin toss, as I was not even sure there was a coin toss.
I heard the band playing and everything else. I looked up and we were lined up to kick off. So,
well, talking about, we have been flying by the seat of our pants since about 5 p.m. when we went online only. But and here comes the kickoff for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs from Nico Miller. Comes down to about the 12-yard line, returned.
I believe that was Zavon Grant on the return.
Out to the 21-yard line. That's where the Goose Creek Gators will take over. Goose Creek, last year when we played them, they beat us on our home turf. And they had a junior quarterback, junior running back, some junior wideouts, a line that was
all
stacked.
Really talented, yes.
And they were all coming back. And unfortunately for them, the transfer portal hit. The same thing that is ruining college athletics is now ruining high school athletics. And the snap comes, a run just off the right side.
Off tackle power there, run by the Gators.
That was Sincere Lewis quickly coming in, filling in the.
Keith Allison also in on that play there.
Keith Allison, Mike Cavallini coming in, filling in the holes. 2nd down and 7 for the Goose Creek Gators. And once again, that Sincere Lewis finds a hole over on the left side. Flag comes in.
Looks like we might have a hold, Wayne. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and it is going to be a hold already signaled by the Liquid Money Porta-Johns officials. Would have been a first down as he gained 8 yards, got 1 yard more than he needed. But that holding call.
That was junior lineman Blaine Bollinger, maybe. I'm guessing by the referee's indication. It's going to be 2nd and, what, about 15, Wayne?
2nd down, call it. For Goose Creek, quarterback, freshman, Tave Deese. He's going to turn around, fakes a handoff. Deese now steps up, rushes to the near side, and making the play there for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs.
Jonathan Evans chased him out of bounds.
Jonathan Evans comes down.
Got to get a little bit lower. He almost got him around the head.
Couldn't get fully hold of him, but got enough to get him out of bounds.
Did a great job of keeping his outside contained there and taking away any option up the sideline.
No gain on that play, and that will be 3rd down now and 14 for the Gators. Chiefs in that 3-4 defense successful so far on the first 3 plays. Freshman quarterback Deese making the call. He's got Sincere Lewis alone back. Turns around, hands off to Deese right up the middle, and he's going nowhere. Waiting to get the number, but he was smothered right up the middle.
I think that was Keith Allison, if I'm not mistaken.
Is number 58 for the Chiefs, Keith Allison.
Coming in hard from defensive end out there.
Gets a 2-yard gain, but that brings up
4th and long.
4th down.
I think the punt team's coming out.
Call it 4th and 13.
I think that's not Sakari Wright.
It's like Braxton Carlson.
Braxton. Okay.
I couldn't see the second number. I was 39. Well,
we don't have a.
That punt goes off the side of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds. A flag comes out on the far side.
I think that was Antwerp Diamond might have kicked that one.
Antwerp Diamond. He getting some early action, and he is. I just want to turn the mic down and let y'all listen to the announcer. It's going to be a sideline warning.
So against Goose Creek.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. The punt kind of went off the side of his foot. He got a decent roll for the kick that it was, but the Chiefs
taking over on the 45.
Taking over on the 45 of Goose Creek. So excellent field position for Will McNeely coming out in his first offensive play as the starting quarterback for North Myrtle Beach. Jaden Wilson off his left hip, takes the handoff. Nice power run.
Progress, yes, sir.
Just off the right side, Jaden Wilson.
6 yards, it looks like.
Marked that ball down at the 39-yard line, 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4 coming up. Jaden took that handoff, went just off right guard Luke Porter. Will McNeely
almost drawing them off sides.
Looks over to the sidelines, gets the...
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to slow it down a little bit here this year, Wayne, whenever they get the opportunity.
McNeely again. This time he fakes the handoff. Will McNeely is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and that is what 6'2", 225 pounds will do for you. He was hit like 2 yards deep in the backfield.
Barbecue, Wayne. Little brisket barbecue.
It's a brisket barbecue first down with a 4-yard gain to the 35-yard line. Will McNeely.
That was tough. That was tough. He carried about 3 guys with him.
He carried 3 guys from 2 yards back in the backfield.
Yes.
Nice job by the junior quarterback for the Chiefs. 1st and 10 on the Gators, 35. McNeely still with Jaden Wilson. Will McNeely this time is going to keep it, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. None of these guys that they listed as probable starters are starting.
Sakari Wright, so I'm guessing.
So Sakari Wright, who was listed as 35, he's 34.
Yeah. I'm guessing Braxton.
Antwerp Diamond's playing every position for Goose Creek. But that is going to be a loss of 2 yards for the Chiefs, and Will McNeely bringing up 2nd down and 12.
Or not there, Wayne. It looked like he was going to run the read option to this side, and running back went the opposite direction.
Will McNeely this time takes a snap and follows in right behind Jaden Wilson and powers ahead for a gain of 7 yards. Yes. That's going to be 3rd down and 5 coming up. Nice hard run.
Just direct snap power right off the little ISO action with the running back coming on the linebacker, and he getting in right behind him.
Yeah, Will McNeely just took a step back where he could get behind his running back and get the blocker in front of him, and then just followed right over the right side. Nigel Vereen, Luke Porter, and Thomas Moss over there on the right. McNeely this time hands off to Jaden Wilson, and he's gone straight up the middle. Touchdown, Chiefs. I'm going to tell you one thing, Jaden Wilson, I'm not sure if he didn't know where the goal line was or not, but he started celebrating about the 5-yard line, and then picked up for the touchdown.
The First Choice Autos touchdown.
Look at that, First Choice Auto Sales touchdown. Mr. Williams getting some work in early and hopefully often. On for the extra point attempt for the Chiefs is Nico Miller, leg sweep up. And good. Chiefs quickly up 7-0, 7 minutes, 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're going to be right back after this break. You're listening to the Chief Sports Network, presented by Charlie Stewart State Farm. And we're back in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs 7-0 on the kickoff. Nico Miller, it's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. He runs up the middle, now kicks it out to the left. Nice return by
Zavon Grant.
Zavon Grant. I think he was actually taken down by the kicker, Nico Miller, but not before he took it at the 10, gets out to the 37-yard line. So nice starting field position for Goose Creek in their second offensive possession. The Chiefs 3 and out. Thank you.
Those of you that always complain about updating the score.
We not only didn't update it, we didn't even have it up there. But it's up there now, folks. The snap comes,
Little
run.
TFL.
Sincere.
That might have been a bingo, Wayne. I'm not sure. He hit him pretty good.
Sincere Lewis. He's going to get the announcer quickly announced a loss of 2. That's a loss of about 5.
Yeah.
Second down and 15. That loss by Sincere Vereen. Deese at quarterback. Sincere Lewis, I'm sorry. Deese is going to roll out to his right. He is running for his life, throws the ball way out of bounds. That's going to be 3rd down and 15. Nice job by the Chiefs. Offensive
bootleg.
front.
Yep.
Dustin Clement giving chase. Deese running for his life and then just throwing it out of bounds.
Bootleg, they had receivers at multiple levels. We had them all covered. And we had the quarterback covered. So good job there by the Chiefs defense.
Third down, 15. Deese has 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Still with Sincere Lewis in the backfield. Deese drops back. Nobody to throw it to. More pressure. Rolls out to his left, and he just throws this up in the air.
Ooh.
And I think the Chiefs, there's got to be a flag thrown there. I'm not sure what happened. Everybody, I think, just got lost. The ball was just launched up in the air.
And we ran into him, and
that ball was just launched into the air. And like you said, it was short. Receiver stopped. There were 3 defenders right there, and he didn't have his brake lights on, and the Chiefs ran him over.
Tell you, so far though, Wayne, this Chiefs defense is coming hard, man. They are sending 4 guys, 5 guys on every play, it seems.
That gives Goose Creek their first down of the game. Should have been a second 3 and out. As you said, so far, good job by the Chiefs defense, especially those front 7. Really putting a lot of pressure on Deese and Sincere Lewis.
It's going to be offside.
Sincere Lewis takes the ball around to the left, and he is quickly run out of bounds.
I think the receiver over here, Zavon Grant, was offsides when he lined up. He was a couple yards past the ball.
Bannon Hill, along with other North Myrtle Beach Chiefs there to run Sincere Lewis out, would have been a gain of about 3 yards, but I believe the Liquid Money Porta-John officials are going to tell us. They've already talked to their coach, so they will mark off 5 yards. We're going to have first down and 15.
Oh,
No, he's pointing the wrong way. The head official pointing the wrong way. The head official has no idea what's going on. There's a little mix-up in the Porta-John. You know what happened there? The head referee was getting a swirly.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get a swirly in a Porta-John. There's nothing to flush. His call stunk, but they got it right anyway. 5 yards. Marked off the right way. Just the wrong call. First down and 15 for the Gators of Goose Creek. Tave Deese takes a snap, looks to his right, now back across the middle. And he throws high. Left his wide receiver diving for the ball. He was knocked to the ground, but the ball well over his head and past him. That's going to bring up second down and 15. again, we talked about it. They had a junior quarterback transferred to a school in Alabama. Had a junior running back who was he was the player of the year down here and ran for over 2,000 yards. I know as a sophomore. He transferred. Their offensive line, I think 4 of the 5 of them were either sophomores or juniors. Every one of them transferred, as well as 2 of the top wide receivers in the state. So you had a team that was loaded, getting ready to come back, and everybody transferred. We've got a timeout with 6 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. North Myrtle Beach 7, Goose Creek 0. We'll be right back on the Chiefs Sports Network. Here in the first quarter down at Goose Creek, South Carolina, and the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs on their first possession score and lead 7-0. This is the second offensive possession for Goose Creek, and if not for a penalty, it would have been the second 3 and out. Yeah. Folks, as you listen, I'm going to turn those down because I think we're a little hot. If you are listening online, you will see that I don't think, at least, the commercials from the station are going through, and that is something.
If you're hearing them, text us and let us know.
Yeah,
we don't think we are. We don't think those are going out.
I've asked Eric Weiss that. He's answering me, but I do not think they're going through. I can't really figure it out right now. I've got we can hear them. We know it's not the station. We can hear them coming back to us in our headsets. We just I'm not seeing that they are feeding through online, or at least there's no volume showing up as it's going through. So we will continue to work on that. Both teams now back out of the timeout. Second down and 15 with 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Goose Creek with the ball on their own 43-yard line. Deese takes the snap, drops back, getting pressure, rolls out to the right. Now he's going to stop, launches it downfield. There's a man wide open. The Chiefs defense had let a man behind them, and Deese overthrew.
I don't know if he overthrew him as much as Judge, the receiver, just kind of didn't have the faith that he was going to throw it that far.
Yeah, he stopped and then had to jump for it, and the ball goes over his head. Third down now and 15. The down marker has not changed. It still says second down, but
unless there was a third down. Unless there was a penalty. There was a flag. He just picked it up.
There was a flag on the other side of the field. Once again, the white hat is going to say it's holding, and they're going to decline it. The Chiefs are going to decline that. No sense in backing them up 10. It's now third down and 15. Ball still sitting on the 42-yard line of the Gators. Deese takes a snap. Looked like the entire offensive line moved, but Deese now running around the right side. Great job by the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. They just kept stringing it out.
And Wayne, that's not Deese at quarterback anymore for the
they've already
Gators.
taken him out.
They've already taken him out and replaced him with junior Corey Rouse.
Well, that was Jason Bellamy for the Chiefs. Just kept stringing him out over here towards the sideline. And I'm sorry, what was the number on that new quarterback?
17.
17.
Corey Rouse.
Fourth down and 11. The punter, who I think we determined was Antwerp Diamond. Antwerp Diamond, little rugby-style kick off the left side. Gets a great roll out of it.
Yeah, that rugby-style kick usually gets a nice roll on it. Chiefs are going to be down at their own 9, it looks like, Wayne.
Punting that ball from the 40-yard line, of his own 40-yard line. That's going to be a 51-yard punt. Antwerp Diamond hasn't punted much over his about 17-year high school career, but really let one go there.
You know, I have to believe that's Braxton Carlson, and we have the wrong number for him. But, hey.
Who was it?
I have to believe that's
Braxton
31,
Carlson.
Braxton Carlson. I don't see a 31 down there, so I'm guessing they probably had to switch his jersey or something.
1st and 10, Will McNeely runs with the keeper off the left side. And nice first down run. He's going to gain 7-8 yards.
Almost 9. No.
2nd down and 2 coming up for Will McNeely as we were discussing numbers. And quickly the flag comes out. I think he's going to receivers offsides here.
I have to start wondering if it's not something with
If
the
it's not
official
something
over
with the
here.
official, that's
Because the receivers usually line up on the official. The Goose Creek receiver was complaining about it before. I was just like, yeah, whatever, you're Goose Creek. I'm not listening to you. But I'm seeing
When you
it
got
both sides now. It seems like you might be lining them up wrong.
well, loss of 5, still 2nd down, but instead 2nd 2, 2nd and 7 now. The Chiefs
Goose
have the
Creek,
ball back on their
everybody in the
12-yard
box,
line.
it seems.
That's Jaden taking off around the right side. Gets corralled pretty quick, but a good job by
Goose Creek is putting 9 guys in the box, Wayne, and it's not too much to hard to figure out that we're going to be running the ball, or they're daring us to pass it, basically.
Jaden Wilson with a gain of 5, brings up 3rd down, a long 3. There's a snap, and that's
Nice
Will McNeely.
block.
Will McNeely, and he's running wild. He's at the 50, and he's going to be taken down from behind, but a big gain.
Luke Porter with a nice pull block there. Got out in front of that and opened up the hole for McNeely.
Call that a 37-yard run by Will McNeely. Great job on the right side, opening up holes. And Will McNeely showing his speed. A big man, junior quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on the Goose Creek 45-yard line.
Oh,
Ball on the ground there for the Chiefs.
bobbled snap.
Picking the ball up for North Myrtle Beach was Lamonte Smith. Nowhere to go on the bobbled snap. That's going to be a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. It's just a couple of yards there. PA announcer here. He's really good at getting the crowd hyped, not real good at counting yards. Will McNeely takes the snap again, runs right up the middle, now out the right side. And
Positive
going
yardage.
down and grabbing him by the ankles is Guy Simmons.
It's going to be about 3rd and 10.
Call it a gain of 4. 3rd down and 11 after they spot the ball. 3 minutes, 25 seconds on the rolling clock here in the first quarter.
Need to get a 1st down here. Keep this momentum.
Will McNeely.
That might be
There's going to
helping us.
be
It's gonna
the
be illegal procedure.
the legal
man.
procedure against the Chiefs. So take it from 3rd and 11 to 3rd and 16. The illegal procedure call coming from the back judge on the defensive side of the ball.
Means he probably saw one of the linemen move on the interior.
Saw a little twitch somewhere. Will McNeely with Jaden Wilson in the backfield. Rio Stevenson wide out to the left. In as the H-back is Lamonte Smith. Will McNeely, snap comes right to him, but he takes his eyes off of it. The ball's on the ground and picked up by Goose Creek. That's Andre Jefferson. And that is going to give the Gators action. That was not on the snap. That was Will McNeely taking his eyes off of it.
You gotta be able to catch those. It wasn't perfect, but it was definitely catchable.
That ball is going to be all the way back to the 39-yard line of the Chiefs.
Inexperienced as a quarterback, he probably took his eyes off the ball just for a split second. That's really all it takes. Just a blink or something, and just if you lose focus for a second, that's when that stuff happens.
2 minutes, 58 seconds remaining. Here in the first quarter, Chiefs lead 7-0, but Goose Creek, first two possessions have resulted in punts. And now with possession number 3, the whistle sounds and the officials calling a timeout.
Issue.
Must be an equipment issue for Zavon Grant. New wide receiver comes in, stops by.
Travis White.
Talks to his quarterback, gets the play. Big running back, Sincere Lewis.
Jet motion.
Jet motion goes to the man that just came in and goes nowhere as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs there to make the play is Brycey Gore.
All over it. He saw that motion coming and knew what was happening.
Loss of 5 on the play. Call it a loss of 4, backs it up to the 44.
Chiefs had definitely been prepped for that one, Wayne.
Second down, handoff here goes to Sincere Lewis. He's going to get up close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 11. Leading the way over on that left side, Dustin Clement. And then joined in a few more of his Chiefs teammates. 3rd down and 11. Ball sitting on the North Myrtle Beach 40-yard line. Quarterback back to Tave Deese. Still with sophomore Sincere Lewis in the backfield. Now Sincere Lewis comes up just off the left side of his quarterback. And before the snap, another flag flies. Illegal procedure called against Goose Creek.
I think Jordan Jackson over there or Jaden Jackson over there on the tackle moved a little bit.
3rd down and 16.
I think old Keith Allison had him a little nervous and jumped a little early.
Thanks, everyone, for letting me know about the commercials. We will continue to work on that. Handoff goes to Sincere Lewis. He bounces out around the short side. Nowhere to go as a host of Chiefs are there. Just pick a name. Dustin Clement was over there. Jimmy McCullough is the one that ran him out of bounds.
I'm sorry.
That's another loss. That's going to be 4th down now and call it a long 12 and going to bring on the punter Braxton Carlson.
That's not Keith Allison in there at defensive end. That is Nigel Vereen, I believe, moving over to the defensive side this set.
Punt going to come from the 49-yard line. Another rugby-style kick.
Oh.
And the Chiefs get lucky.
Very, very lucky.
Running
that was
over.
A disaster waiting to happen right
fell
there.
Down, and instead of just leaving it alone, Rio Stevenson sitting on his rear end reaches back and is able to pull that in.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't run away from that one. You know, Rio returned punts for us last year. I remember he made a couple rookie mistakes early on, but he's got to, make sure he's a little bit smarter with that this year.
Yeah, that ball, that could have been disaster for the Chiefs. Luckily, he was able to pull it in, and the North Myrtle Beach offense is going to take over. They are on the 6-yard line, 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Will McNeely with Jaden Wilson. And on the run for the Chiefs, I think I said it was Jaden Wilson. Takes off on the right side. Nice pickup An 8-yard pickup for Jaden Wilson. Jaden has about a 35-yard run, which was the only score of the game so far. McNeely with the snap again, hands off to Jaden. Jaden makes one player miss, gets out around the right side, and that is going to be a Brisket Barbecue first down. Look at this.
What?
If you're watching online, you can see the Brisket Barbecue first down.
Oh, okay. I thought you were pointing at that.
Fancy schmancy.
All right.
4-yard gain for Jaden Wilson. Brisket Barbecue first down. I would think the Chiefs will just let this clock run out. We will see. Can't see the play clock anywhere. We've still got 13 seconds. Will McNeely is going to take the snap. Slow, picks it up, takes off around the right side.
Play clock is over.
There, I see it now. It was in direct line with these 2x4s right here. Looks like about a 2-yard gain, maybe 3. It's 3.5 seconds on the clock, but I think there was some toilet paper thrown, some yellow toilet paper out there by the Liquid Money Porta-John officials. They're going to call holding against the Chiefs. So that will negate that short run. And there they go, walking it off. So we'll keep it at first down, but it's going to be first down and 20 for the Chiefs. One play to end the first quarter. It was a dead ball call, so the clock will not start until the snap. Actually, he was trying to roll it. And for the Chiefs, taking off, that's Jonathan Evans, comes straight up the middle. He's going to be ahead for about a gain of, looks like maybe 7 yards. That's where the Chiefs will take over when they come back for second quarter. Is going to be second down and 12. At the end of the first quarter, North Myrtle Beach 7, Goose Creek 0, here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Second down and 12 coming out here in the first play of the second quarter for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. 7-0, North Myrtle Beach leads with the handoff. Just off the left side. Waiting to see the running back number on that. Is trying to work on some volume here, but that's Jonathan Evans. Doesn't gain much. Call it just a gain of 1.
Pretty much met at the line right there by Big Horace Green.
Third down now. 11 for the Chiefs. Will McNeely, your quarterback. Jonathan Evans off his left hip. 2 wideouts to the left. For the first time, McNeely gets a pass off complete. The ball's on the ground. Don't know if he was down or if they're calling it a fumble. I think the head official is saying he was down on the play.
I would have to say he was down. But
that completion was to Rio Stevenson.
Rio gets a little slip screen and
a gain of 2.
Yeah, just couldn't. He got bogged down in the process of trying to slip through.
Fourth down and 9 for the Chiefs, and that'll bring on the punting unit. Nico Miller will stand at his own 5-yard line. Snap goes over his head. This is going to go out of the back
That'll
of
be
the
a
end
safety.
zone. And just like that, 7-2. I was almost getting ready to say that the snap here is going to be very important, as we saw some snapping snafus in the C&B Kickoff Classic. And that snap on special teams goes over the head of Nico Miller out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, we got, new long snappers, new holders, new punters, new kickers, everything this year.
Yeah, just about knew everything. When you graduate, 26 seniors,
Yeah.
18 of them were starters. So for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, they've scored the only offensive points of the game, but now special teams points.
And you don't want to make excuses for them, but you definitely at least know we have some room for improvement. And hopefully these younger guys can get this straight.
Thank you to Weiss, the final boss of quality control. The Chiefs boys volleyball team takes set one, 25-22. And Sockesty at Wando, that will kick off in about 15 minutes. The Chiefs, Nico Miller now kicking off for his own 20. He kicks it deep. It's going over the head, and great roll. And I think
can't
into
tell
the
if
end zone. No,
Oh,
it
man.
went out of bounds about the 1-yard line. Now, how does that work on a I know
free
on a
kick?
normal kickoff, but on a free kick like that, I'm guessing maybe they can't make them kick it over. They'd be kicking from their own 15 if they did. I think the coach is asking the same thing to the Liquid Money Porta-John officials. The head coach for Goose Creek, Jason Winstead, in his 8th year with the Gators, 40-34 overall record. Now this line judge, he does not know. He is going to go over and speak with the head referee. Goose Creek definitely wants them to back it up and kick it over again. But let's point out the positive there for the Chiefs. What a kick by Nico Miller.
Yeah, that was
He
a
kicks
good one.
that from the 20-yard line, and it goes out of bounds at the 1. And they are going to make the Chiefs. Well, I'm not sure what they're doing.
They're giving them yards. And
Wow.
they're spotted
Yeah,
on
they're
the,
giving them yards and spotted at
that's
the
an awful
40.
lot of yards to give them.
Woo. Spotting that ball at the 45-yard line of the Chiefs. I can't say anything because I'm not sure what the rule is. That doesn't seem right. That is a lot of yardage on a kickoff that went out of bounds.
Wayne, I don't understand how that happened.
Neither does Greg Hill. Greg Hill over there talking to the head
I
man
think I
of the
would need
Liquid
a-
Money Porta-John officials, but Greg Hill's not going to like what he heard, but the Goose Creek Gators are going to take over on the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Deese looks to the right, and this
Interception.
ball is going to be intercepted by the Chiefs. Taking off, running down the far sideline. That is, still can't see a number.
6.
That is number 6 for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, Lamonte Smith. He picked that off at about the 30-yard line, takes it all the way down into Gators territory. They're going to spot that ball inside the 20. I could not see whether that ball was tipped. Could not see whether it was tipped at the line of scrimmage
I
or
couldn't
not.
tell either, Wayne. The sun is right here in my face, but
We may have lost connection on our Facebook feed. We will try and reconnect that here momentarily. But the Chiefs from their 18-yard line of Goose Creek. Handoff goes up the middle to Jaden. He's going to get ahead for a gain of 4 yards. 6 coming up. Huge pickoff and return after the interception by Lamonte Smith. Will McNeely takes the snap, runs right up the middle, runs over a lineman, puts him on his back, and then hurdles
Brisket
a
barbecue.
defender. That's a Brisket Barbecue first down. The ball going to be spotted at the 4-yard line. That's a 10-yard gain for the Chiefs. First down and 10. We're in the 8-4-3 Printing and More red zone. Will McNeely barks the signals, takes the snap, runs off the left side. Touchdown. First choice auto sales. That's not it. That would be a first choice auto sales. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Yeah, the first button is for first down.
First is first down. T
Not
is
first choice.
touchdown. 13-2. Nico Miller now on for the extra point attempt. Will McNeely puts the Chiefs on top with their second touchdown. Nico Miller's leg sweep and kick is good. It is 14-2. North Myrtle Beach, and that a way to answer after giving up the safety. You get the interception, long return, 2 runs, 3 runs. Three runs, touchdown, North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. We're going to be right back after this quick break here on the Charlie Stewart State Farm Chiefs Sports Network.
Support.
And we're back. Nico Miller with the kickoff, and that is going to go into the end zone. Touchback, North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, and that is something that we used to get a lot of. Haven't the last couple of years, but it is a huge weapon.
Taking a little bit different approach, he's kicking it really low, and that's, gives it obviously more horizontal distance, and once it hits the ground, it's more inclined to roll when they get those low kicks. So, he was able to get it down, I think, to about the 7 or 8, and, of course, it's going to roll once it hits. Nobody wants to try and catch those balls coming in like that, those knuckle balls coming in low.
Another quarterback change. Corey, is it Reese?
Corey Rouse.
Corey Rouse. I couldn't read my writing. Rouse hands off up the middle. Now bouncing out to the right side, and he's got a long run. Chiefs are chasing.
Derek Porter on the run.
They're not going to catch him. Derek Porter. And Derek Porter just went 80 yards to the house. Derek Porter, his first run of the game, goes off tackle on the right side. Got through the line of scrimmage, and there was nobody in outside contain.
Yeah, we lost our outside contain on him, came in a little hard. And
9 minutes, 51 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Derek Porter has closed the gap here on the scoreboard, 14-8 now. And it looks like Braxton Carlson will be out to kick the extra point. I don't know how far we are from the sun going down behind those trees, but it can't happen fast enough. There's the snap, low kick, it is no good. Wide right. You actually, if you're watching online, you would have seen the back judge over there on that side ducking as he couldn't see the ball, but he knew it was low coming at him. But 14-8 now, an 80-yard touchdown run by Derek Porter, but the kick no good. Chiefs 14, Gators 8, 9:51 to play here in the second quarter. We'll be right Sports Network. Back here in Goose Creek, South Carolina, 9:51 to play in the second quarter. North Myrtle Beach leading the home-standing Goose Creek Gators 14-8. The first 2 points coming on a snap on a punt that went out of the back of the end zone for the Chiefs, and then an 80-yard touchdown run by Derek Porter. That just put 6 points on the board. The extra point kick was no good. Chiefs are going to catch this ball back at the 3-yard line. Believe that was Rio Stevenson. And Rio gets out to the 25-yard line, but he's knocked back. We'll see where they spot the ball. I think they're going to spot it at the 25. That's where the Chiefs will take over. I was just looking real quick here. Before that 80-yard run, Goose Creek had a negative 4 yards of total offense through their first 2 possessions.
Just goes to show you can't let your guard down. You gotta stay focused and carry out your responsibility every play, no matter what the situation.
For the Chiefs, Will McNeely takes the snap, takes off over the left side, makes a couple of people miss.
Chiefs running power off the tackle. Getting those linemen lined up real tight, squeezing them through.
Elijah Mack in on the tackle for the Gators, but a 6-yard gain for Will McNeely, his 9th run in this first half. McNeely puts Rio Stevenson in motion, going from right to left. Turns around, hands the ball off to Jaden Wilson. Jaden Wilson, hard run right up the middle, and that is a Brisket Barbecue first down.
Looks like he got about 10 yards on that, Wayne.
That first down out to the 40-yard line for the Chiefs. 8 minutes, 48 seconds on the rolling clock. That was a 9-yard run by Jaden Wilson. Jaden Wilson off the left hip. Great job there by Will McNeely. He pulled it at the last second. He's loose in the backfield, and he is running away from people. Diving attempt. He steps out of that, and touchdown. Touchdown, Chiefs. First choice auto sales touchdown. Will McNeely.
60 yards on that run, Wayne. 60 yards.
Will McNeely ran over a player, and then at 6'2", 225 pounds, he ran past defenders.
He almost ran over the official, too. I don't know whether he caught that or not.
For better or worse. Second rushing touchdown of the game for Will McNeely. Third rushing touchdown for the Chiefs. And flags come in. False start by the Chiefs. That will make this extra point attempt or kick by Nico Miller a little tougher. 20-8.
Yeah, just an old read option, it looked like, and Will did a great job, read the over pursuit and pulled it out. And
I tell you, he pulled that out so late. I really thought he was going to hand that ball off to Jaden Wilson. Pulled it at the last second. The kick here from Nico Miller. Doesn't matter that they moved it back. It is up and good. 21-8. North Myrtle Beach leading Goose Creek with 8:16 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back with more action here on the Chiefs Sports Network. Eight minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, leading 21-8. Will McNeely, 10 carries, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. Here's the kickoff from Nico Miller, and this one is going to go into the end zone. The guy, their returner, leaned over, touched it about the 1 yard line. Now it can glance off of him and go into the end zone, still be a touchback. He did not know if it could. He didn't see the referee kind of half-heartedly was giving the touchback signal, and then he picked it up and almost ran it out. But
I don't think they let you run it out in high school.
Right.
I don't.
You're exactly right. Once it enters, it doesn't matter how it got there. But so first down and 10, ball at the 21 yard line for Goose Creek. And again, Goose Creek, with that last possession, was their first offensive score of the game. Came on an 80-yard run by Derek Porter. Still in at quarterback. Yep, that's junior Corey Rouse. Rouse turns around and nothing doing there before I can even get a look at who it was running for the Chiefs.
Dustin Clement all over that one, Wayne. All over it.
Dustin
Gotta
Clement.
love it when they get the handoff and you're already on them. That's fun.
The 2 yard tackle for loss. That running back. Oh, that was Derek Porter.
All over him again. Now a host of Chiefs bringing him in, led by Michael Cavallini.
Derek Porter trying to bounce out on the left side, and
Jonathan Evans, a few other guys in there on that one.
Cavallini with the initial hit, and then it was just a band of brothers join in over there. The first one was for a 2 yard loss to Porter. This one is going to lose 4. Third down, 16 coming up. Corey Rouse, your quarterback. Derek Porter lining up directly behind him. There was a whistle sound. We're going to have
a little
equipment issue going on for the, looks like the right tackle.
Oh, he's got some long hair.
Yes, he does. Down to his rear end.
He can use his braids as a tail pad, I guess. I don't.
Just in case they run short
That
of the
didn't
liquid money
sound good,
porta-john.
I don't know. I'm going to retract that statement.
Now we're going to have a timeout with 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Timeout called by the homestanding Gators. They're trailing 21-8. Important play coming up for them. Third down and 16. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Chiefs Sports Network. Back here in Goose Creek, South Carolina, 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the second quarter. The North Myrtle Beach Chiefs leading Goose Creek 21-8. Goose Creek's going to be coming out with a third down and 16 play. Watching us on Monday Night Football, the manager of the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, Lucas Ray.
Oh, I was going to say.
Should have been North Myrtle Beach graduate.
Should have been, that's right.
Like picking on him about that, Trader. Yeah, and I think you're correct. Lance Barnes texting that should have been a 5-yard penalty on that re-kick, and I see no way that they would have given them the ball on the 45. But karma.
Yeah.
Lamonte Smith delivered karma.
Paid it right back.
Coming back out. 21-8 again. North Myrtle Beach over Goose Creek. 6:31 to go. Third down. 16. Chiefs defense have played incredibly well except for one play. Snap taken, handed off, and going nowhere is Derek Porter. He tried to start to cut back. Feet slipped out from under him, and a host of North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, I couldn't even tell who was in there first. There were 3 or 4 of them there.
Have to believe they're getting ready to punt here.
Call that another about 3-yard loss. So Derek Porter ran an 80-yard touchdown, his first touch of the game. He's touched the ball all 3 plays in this possession and has lost 9 yards. 4th down now, 19. And Braxton Carlson will be standing at his own goal line. Goose Creek late in getting players in.
They're going to get a delay of game.
And they are, or
did they call timeout?
They called a timeout. That's going to be their last timeout. I don't think the head coach necessarily wanted a timeout there. He turned around and kind of shrugged his shoulders. Of course, that could have been shrugging his shoulders at why are we not ready to go? We know it's 3rd and 16 already. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. We're going to keep this here, and we're going to just go through the Chiefs' defense. They allowed an 80-yard touchdown run to Derek Porter in the 3rd possession. The first 2 were punts by Goose Creek. The 3rd possession, that 80-yard touchdown run on the first play. Other than that, they have had runs of 3 yards and 2 yards by Sincere Lewis. All the rest of these are negative numbers. 5 by Sincere Lewis, a -4 by Xavion Grant. And then in this possession, Derek Porter -2, -4, and -3. Chiefs defense have come to play. Defensive coordinator Mount Dowell with the changing to that 3-4.
We talked about this on Tomahawk Talk the other night with this new style of defense. We're going to be sending a lot of blitzes in and getting some penetration in the backfield. Definitely showing that up here so far this half.
Coming out of the timeout, Rio Stevenson's going to stand at midfield, and the punter gets this one off. Hit his shanks off the left side. No return. Looks like it's going to go out. We'll see if they spot it at the 40, 41-yard line.
Coach tried to spot it at the 41.
He tried to spot it at the 41. The official comes in. The 40-yard line, that's where the Chiefs are going to take over possession. Already leading this one 21-8, 5:39 to go here in the first half. As I said earlier, Will McNeely, first-year quarterback, defensive tackle / end, turned quarterback, and he's got 143 yards on 10 carries, 2 touchdowns. He stands in the backfield. Alongside him is Jaden Wilson, and this time McNeely's going to drop back and pass.
They're not going to call it.
Yeah, looking for Rio Stevenson, but the throw out of bounds. He was bracketed, bumped a couple of times, but with the throw being over his head and out of bounds, no flags thrown. Second down and 10 coming up for the Chiefs. That's one of those, we've seen that in a Jody Genred offense. You kind of sucker everybody in, pull them up. Will McNeely calls for the snap.
Keeping.
Nice, pulled it at the last minute. He hits one player, dives over another one. That's a Brisket Barbecue first down.
Almost
and call
20
it
yards.
A 20-yard run. They're going to spot him just short
maybe about
of the 20-yard line. Call it 19. They put it down at the 21. Make that 162 yards for Will McNeely. Would say leader in the clubhouse for the Bubba Collins Premier Performer.
No doubt about it.
First and 10, Chiefs on the 21. Handoff goes to Jaden Wilson.
And first on the scene, number 22, Braden Reeves.
Jaden's going to move the ball ahead, 6 yards, gets up to the 15-yard line.
Is that Jaden Wilson?
Maybe not.
Lamonte Smith.
That would be Lamonte Smith. The Chiefs have entered the 8-4-3, printing in more red zone.
Our
6-yard
production
gain.
crew has really added a lot onto our broadcast lately.
production crew's a fool because we got all these things that you got to remember to do. Another run by Lamonte Smith. That's going to be a brisket barbecue first
Yes,
down.
sir.
Picks up 7 yards there. Two runs here by Lamonte Smith. He had the big interception, huge return that set up the Chiefs' second touchdown, and here has 2 runs for 13 yards. The goal on the 9-yard line. Lamonte Smith still in there. Will McNeely at quarterback. McNeely takes a step back, takes off up the middle, and he's going to drag a runner or drag a defender in for a touchdown. First choice auto sales touchdown. North Myrtle Beach Chiefs.
We have a flag here.
Flag is going to fly after the play.
Thinking it's going to be on Goose Creek.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. They're going to call that against the Chiefs. I think that might be a case where you catch the second man in action. 3 minutes, 42 seconds to go. The touchdown will stand as that was after the play. (27-8) here in Goose Creek, South Carolina. 3 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. Nico Miller on. Try and add the 28th point of this game. Another whistle, another flag. This one they're pointing the way of the Goose Creek
might have
Gators.
jumped off sides there.
Encroachment is called. The Chiefs, I think, are going to go for 2. Off goes Nico Miller.
I mean, it makes sense. They just cut the distance to the goal in half. They're only a yard and a half off the goal line.
And the way that
This offense, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
the way your quarterback has been running the ball, why not? Lost a pin. Can't go too far. This handoff goes to Lamonte Smith and nothing doing.
Yeah, they overloaded that side, and I don't know if it was an option for him, but he might should have pulled that. I don't know.
Yeah, if it was an option, it would be about the only mistake that Will McNeely. As far as yardage goes, it was an extra point. Because even if he had gained the yard and a half, you don't get rushing yards for that, which I've never understood. But 3 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Chiefs lead 27-8 here at Goose Creek. Keeping a running total here of yards for Will McNeely as he's up to 171 yards and 3 scores. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you're watching online on our Facebook or YouTube pages, you will every once in a while see graphics that just randomly pop up. Well, I thought I was being smart and putting in these hotkeys. The unfortunate, those hotkeys, whether you're in the program or not, they go off. We'll get back to that in a second. The kick goes from Nico Miller, picked up at the 20, running up the middle, makes a couple of Chiefs miss. Now going to be taken down.
Zavon Grant.
Taken down by Jason Grace, but not before he gets out to the 44-yard line. Big pickup for Goose Creek on the kickoff. Trailing 27-8, 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go, and the Gators coaching staff would really